Have you ever watched a rodeo where they run after cows and throw ropes around cows and it's real fast? That's team penning. And it broke down his shins, so he couldn't walk. And then they stuck him in a 9x9 cement stall. His muscles atrophied. So we got him here 3 years ago, and so you can see all his muscles are back into shape, and you'll be working with him today. What you're going to learn today is how to lead. Okay? By understanding others, where are they coming from? What's their story? How can you read their information? And then how do you set clear intent and create clear commitment, okay? Okay, he has an out to go out, but it's like he's 1,000 pounds, so this is request versus this, okay?
Kids in a structured setting like this sometimes will really participate, and it gives them a chance to sort of step back and be more adult in their thinking, have discussions, and after an exercise talk about what went on. Yeah, often we think that they're not capable of that, but when you give them an opportunity, kids are so much, they're so wise, and they rise to the occasion and they enjoy it. So I think this environment with the horses gives a chance for the young people to be treated and reach to be thinking like adults, and they welcome the opportunity to be recognized for their ability to analyze and think things through and take note of actions, behaviors. So when we give young people an opportunity, I think they'll take it.
What the difference was from a traditional classroom is that, you go, you listen to lectures, you do this reading, you apply it at work, but how do you know if you're truly, really applying it or taking all those opportunities that present themselves? I feel with working with the horses, you're able to view other people working with the horses and able to get feedback on how your leadership and how you were progressing.
They spend a day here and just have to figure out how to work with horses a little bit, whether they wanted to or not initially. And they become, they see much more quickly the impact of their behavior on others. For example, if there's somebody that's just really bossy but doesn't realize that, it's just glaring. They're suddenly up there at the horse's nose bothering everybody. And they say, oh, how did I get up here? And so it accelerates individual learning. It accelerates the ability of a group to talk about things that are going on. So I would say just the whole process of learning is speeded up, and then each student goes away with individual pictures, just like I have, of things that the horses told them about themselves that they didn't know. And so they're much clearer about what are the things I still have to practice to really be able to make things happen in my organization at whatever level I'm at, because we're not talking just positional leadership. We're talking about making a difference wherever you are.
Just, last week when we had the one-on-ones with the horses, I truly understood what it meant to be in the moment. I'm sorry. I had a very emotional
It's okay, Michelle.
experience with Bailey. it really taught me to live in the moment and to truly be there and to take all the external factors out, and then you're really, you know, Amy kept on saying, at heart with somebody. And I think that in the pressures of healthcare today, the pressures in any job, you're always thinking, you know, what I could be doing, all the external factors, you know, the time, the pace, you know, the environment, the culture, how all of that impacts you in truly being with somebody.
I've worked for years and years in consciousness studies and meditation, worked in the context of spirituality, both as an interfaith minister and in organizations like the International Center for Spirit at Work. Being with other people and witnessing their process gave me an opportunity to experience the power of a group of people to support each other in personal transformation. Having been there for that entire day and experiencing not only my process, but being an observer and being supportive to others who were going through their own transformation in different ways. Some people were in a round pen with a horse at free liberty, some people were on horse like I was. It's amazing how in a situation like this, it's possible for a group of people who previously didn't know each other to become a coherent group.
Missy is the oldest horse we have on the property. So she was a barrel horse. You saw them racing around barrels really fast. So if you look down, she's a heart of gold. If you look down, her knees are about twice the size of what they should be. So, we call her Missy, but she's really Grace, just Grace personified. So if you notice, she will come out and greet each one of you. So she's the official greeter. And the sport was actually racing the Kentucky Derby. So he's 27 now. He is a thoroughbred. So he raced for 9 years, which is a very long race career. You'll see. I won't even share anything because I know somebody's going to work with him, but you'll see him do his work when we have here. So the vets called us and said, "There's too much soul in this horse to put him down. Is there any way that you can take him?" So.
The two things that drew me to this horse were my meditation this morning and the sense that I need to take be in partnership not only with wisdom but real soulful strength. And then when you said that the vet said he had too much soul, I wanted to do something related to soul. It's easy to trivialize things and to keep them superficial, but you know, it's something like this. It just reminds you, hey, it's, you know, you got to let that stuff go, and that's what he was doing. He was, you know, doing all that, letting all that go, and then he was really ready to be still with me.